Right, so today I am going to be doing a run. I've actually done this run already. I just never posted it on YouTube, so this is my first time posting it on YouTube. We're going to be doing a run, not to see if we can beat the game with Mew, because we definitely can. Mew is extremely overpowered. It has a base stat total of 600, and it is a very, very fast learner, so we don't have to worry about that at all. But I'm wondering, how fast can we beat Pokemon Blue with using only a Mew, no items held in battle? Now, when I did this challenge on my own a little while back ago, I ended the game with Mew being at a level 71, and that was after me skipping battles for the entire second half of the game. So needless to say, like I said, Mew is completely overpowered, and it levels up pretty fast. So we're going to start off the game just seeing, if we can skip some more battles in the meantime. Only time you'll see me use a glitch in the game, because another part of my solo runs is using no glitches, and that is to catch a Mew. So I put the Master Ball glitch in just so I won't have an issue. As you can see, Mew's at level 3, so I capture it, and of course Master Ball's 100% catch success rate, so caught it, and bam, now I have a Mew. So what I'm going to do is, well, first run away from the battle, I'm going to keep getting stuck in battles. I'm going to go ahead and deposit Bulbasaur for now. I'm going to use him later on. He's going to be an HM slave. If you don't know what an HM slave is, that's basically when you use a Pokemon for HMs only and not to battle. I kind of hate that term. I think I'm going to change it to HM user. That's just me. But anyways, we have our Mew. Look at the stats. It already has a really, really high stat level for just level 3. Like I said, that shows you just how overpowered Mew is. I had to go ahead and battle the first rival battle, and I know I mentioned earlier about being, trying to beat the game at the lowest level possible, but let's be honest, Brock is going to give us a bit of trouble, and we're going to have to be at a certain level just to get past Brock. So I decided to take on the first rival fight just for a little bit of extra experience. Pidgey goes down easily, but we got sand attacked a few times, so that might be a problem. We're using Pound, but we keep missing, and this is not looking too good because Charmander just keeps weakening our attack, but he's able to attack as freely as he likes. And, surprisingly enough, we managed to win barely. But I'm going to tell you right now, this will not be the case. I guarantee you the rest of our rival fights will be super, super easy. Trust me. I decided to use a potion and take on Brock. We are actually, believe it or not, severely underleveled because Brock is a rock type. We're using Pound. The hope is that he keeps using Tackle because we can survive through and then maybe transform later on. If he uses Defense Curl, that can get annoying. But as you can see, we're clearly not strong enough to make it through. I mean, we get through Brock and we level up, but the fear here really is going to be Onyx. So I decided to take a risk. I transform into Onyx. I decided to get him down with Screech. He's going to use Bide. So I have a strategy here. Each time that he uses Bide, I'm just going to go for something else in hopes that maybe we can get him down and miss. If we miss enough times, what's going to happen is he's going to use Struggle. That's not necessarily a good thing, but it's worth a shot with the strategy. We both use Bide and we miss, so not only think I have his Tackle. If he uses Bide, he could probably wipe us out, and that's exactly what he does. To be honest, we're going to have to level up probably at least 1 or 2 more times. When I did this attempt without putting it on YouTube, Mew was at level 19, and we were able to get the win. I'm trying to see if I can get it a little lower than that. It's going to take a little bit of luck. And I go ahead and give it a level try. Pound is still not doing enough damage, and this time he's using a whole bunch of defense curls. I don't want to have to transform, but we're getting a couple critical hits, so that's good. I'd rather transform with Onyx. He sends out Onyx, and he's using Tackle. That's probably the best case scenario. I'll go out on the whim to take a risk and transform, just so he doesn't hit me. I lower his defense all the way. He tries to lower my defense, but we're going to go ahead and, try to strategize this thing on out. He's using Bide, so we decide to use Bide as well. He unleashes energy. We unleash energy, and hoping to take him out, and we do. And I'm kind of happy about that. Last time Like I said, I was at level 19. Now I'm at level 16 and winning, which is great. That means we're not really super over leveled. But I think a part of this is because since I've done this challenge before, I was able to strategize on how I could, get it accomplished. So now we're going to head off to Cerulean City. And again, my goal is to avoid as many battles as I possibly can. Even with wild Pokemon, I'm going to run away because, again, and it's hard to see it just based off of the first gym, but Mew is extremely overpowered. So my goal, I guess I should just tell you guys right now, is to get Mew to level 50 and to be able to beat the game with a level 50 or lower. Hopefully we can do it. We'll see what happens. So after a little bit of battling, I decided to go ahead and grab the Dome Fossil. I'm going to quote my job right here and say that if I didn't pick one, I knew that you guys would ask, or better yet, if I didn't say which one I was picking. Matter of fact, ask anyway. As they always say, comments are good for the YouTube algorithm. I decided to go ahead and battle Misty, and unlike the first time that I did this run through, Mew was actually several levels lower. I think when I first did this, he was at level 30, now he's at level 21, so should be a little bit more difficult, but we'll see. So I'll start off with Mega Punch. He hits tackle, does no damage at all, and we get a crit. We level up to 22, which, by the way, and again, I apologize because there's something called the badge glitch boost. And in case you're wondering what that is, that's basically every time your stats go up from a gym battle. In Gen 1, if they use a non-attacking move like Glare or Sand Attack, it boosts your other stats besides the one that's being lowered. So for example, if my speed got reduced, my defense will go up since, after you beat Brock, your defensive stats go up. But yeah, I apologize because I was using the term incorrectly my first one through with Weedle, but I made sure I got it right this time. So we use Mega Punch. Of course, we miss another Mega Punch, and Starmie misses his attack. Use another Mega Punch, we get hit by another Water Gun. It just seems like we're missing a lot, but we managed to win. I will say that this was a lot more challenging than the last time I did it, because the last time I did, we literally wiped both of them out in one hit. So, I'm going to continue to try to skip as many battles as I possibly can. So next is the next rival fight, and I realized I did not go to the Pokemon Center to heal, but we're going to try and see how well we do. We hit Pidgeotto without getting Sand Attack, so that's good. Next up is Abra, and we can kind of use whatever move we want for that because Abra doesn't attack right now. Rattata is up next. Mega Punch, one hit knocks him out. Finally is Charmander, and we did it. And we won. And literally, I think this is a perfect example of how overpowered Mew is. We didn't even go to heal. We had less than half damage left, and we still won. So that's great, but I'm going to go ahead and heal because I don't want to lose any money. Go ahead and try the next rival fight once we get to Vermilion City. We use Quick Attack. We missed the first Mega Punch, but he's not Sand Attacking us yet, so we're good. We get past Pidgeotto. Now we have Raticate, which goes down to 1 Mega Punch because it's frail. Then we have Kadabra, also goes down to 1 Mega Punch because it's frail. And now we have Charmeleon, so we use Dig and knock him out in one hit. Now, I know what y'all thinking. Dig is a cheat move. Why would you choose to cheat Mew, Dig, and you about to go to the third gym? Well, truth be told, I'm still erring on the side of caution. Yes, I keep saying Mew is overpowered, but that doesn't mean we can't get unlucky. And to be honest, we're pretty much on match as far as level with his strongest Pokemon. So I just don't want to take that chance. Actually, let's go ahead and look at the stats real quick, just for a quick second. We look at the stats. Mew actually has really good stats, but that doesn't mean things can't happen. So better than on the side of caution than anything. So we decided to go ahead and battle Lieutenant Surge. This should be an easy one. We'll just dig our way through everything. Voltorb goes down to 1 hit. Pikachu then goes down on 1 hit. Next is Raichu, and he uses XP, but it doesn't make a difference because he goes down in 1 hit, and that was a super easy win. Now we can move on to Dark Tunnel, and then we'll go on to the next gym, which is in Celadon. Now, unfortunately, Dark Tunnel, we can't skip all the trainers. We're gonna have to have some mandatory fights. This is kind of looking more and more like a situation where it's going to be hard to get Mew level 50 or under by the time we get to the Elite Four. The issue that I'm having is not necessarily the trainers that we're battling, but Mew just levels up so fast, And to me, that creates a problem. So I'm going to have to just try to continue to avoid as many trainers as I can. So we decided to go ahead and battle Lieutenant Surge. This should be an easy one. We'll just dig our way through everything. Voltorb goes down on one hit. Pikachu then goes down on one hit. Next is Raichu, and he uses XP, but it doesn't make a difference because he goes down in one hit, and that was a super easy win. Now we can move on to Dark Tunnel, and then we'll go on to the next gym, which is in Celadon. Now, unfortunately, Dark Tunnel, we can't skip all the trainers. We're gonna have to have some mandatory fights. This is kind of looking more and more like a situation where it's going to be hard to get Mew level 50 or under by the time we get to the Elite Four. The issue that I'm having is not necessarily the trainers that we're battling, but Mew just levels up so fast, you know? And to me, that creates a problem. So I'm going to have to just try to continue to avoid as many trainers as I can. I decided to go ahead and, after going through Rock Tunnel, go straight to Celadon City. I know some of y'all thinking, well, what about the third rival fight, or technically, I'm sorry, fourth rival fight? To me, I just feel like it's pointless to go there right now without getting the split scope. I feel like I probably should just go ahead and get that first, get it out the way, and then I can go ahead and battle the fourth rival fight from there while I'm already in there to save Mr. Fuji and all that good stuff. So I'm gonna just go here first. Take on Giovanni for the first time. He starts out with his Onyx, and we know Bubble Beam, so Bubble Beam is really gonna knock most of his Pokemon out. Except Kangaskhan, we decided to go for Mega Punch. Almost knocks him out in one hit, but it's cool. And he's using Rage, and I don't know if you know this, but in Gen 1, Rage has you locked in for the entire battle. So unless a Pokemon is like steadily attacking you, it does absolutely pretty much nothing. But with that being said, we get what we need to get, and we can head on to Lavender Town. We have the fourth rival fight. Sends out Pidgeotto. We hit Mega Punch, and I forgot to heal, so we might not win this one, but let's see. Use Mega Punch. He uses Barrage that does literally hardly anything. Next we have Water Onyx, as J-Rolls like to say. It's pretty funny saying it. Hit him with a Mega Punch. Dragon Rage brings us down to red health, so it looks like we might be in trouble. But we get past Kadabra. We just have to get past Charmeleon. We use Dig, and we win. Man, I forgot to heal. We could have easily lost that fight. Always wanted to try, and I've seen a couple of solo YouTube runners do it. I didn't know it was possible, but I forgot to get my bicycle. But what I know is there's a glitch in the system, and if you try it enough times, he'll just let you get a bike. And it's not really your bike, you're kind of renting it, but that's pretty neat. I never knew that you could do that. That's pretty cool. Now we're at Koga's gym, and this is going to be easy. One shot on everybody. We just learned Psychic Attack. I said type. So it's no way that they stand a chance. Brings out Muck. That's a one-hit KO. Then we have Coughing. That's also one-hit KO. Wheezing, I'd be worried about if we didn't have Psychic, but we do, so that's a one-hit KO. Let's go ahead and move on to the next one. Not really much to talk about that. Building. And the interesting thing about this was trying to avoid battling any trainers I possibly could. And I did a really good job. I only had to battle one Rocket trainer, and that was because I needed to get the card key, you know what I'm saying, after battling him. But we go ahead and we go to Rival Fival, and let's see exactly how we measure. We have a pretty good diversive move set, but he's a lot stronger. So he starts with Pidgeot. Of course, we go for Ice Beam. And one thing I forgot to mention at the beginning of the video is Mew can use any TM or HM. Yes, Mew is literally broken. But take him down with an Ice Beam. That's a pretty easy one. We level up. He brings out Execute, use another Ice Beam for a one shot. Next is Water Onyx. We decide to go for Ice Beam, and it's super effective, which by the way, it's not really super effective. I just found out because of its water typing. It's more so just an error that they made, but it does decent damage. Two shots, we take him out. Next is Alakazam. We go for Tri Attack. He uses a potion, but we take him out in 2 hits. And then last but not least, we have Charizard, so we go for Ice Beam. He uses Slash for a little bit of damage, and we win. Now, I know that didn't look challenging, and to be honest, it wasn't. But we have to be very mindful of how many trainers we battle from here on out, because as I stated before, I want to try to beat Mew at a level 50 or lower. I don't think it's going to be possible. I think he's going to be slightly over level 50. But the last time I did this challenge on my own without putting it on YouTube, he was at level 71. That was too much. So hopefully by the time we get to the Elite Four, it'll be somewhat of a challenge. Next up is the Giovanni fight. We go for dig against Nidorino, takes him out in one shot. Next is Kangaskhan. We go for try attack. Takes 2 hits, but we take him out. Next we have Rhyhorn, so that's an easy ice beam to take him out in one shot. And then finally we have Little Queen, which is part ground, so we take her out in one shot as well. And with that, we can go ahead and move on to the next gen. Alright, so next up is Sabrina, and we decided to take a shot at her, see how we do, which should be pretty easy because all of our Pokemon are frail. Try attack takes Kadabra down to 1 hit. Next is Mr. Mime. He misses his attack, but he goes down with a 2-hit KO. Then we have Venomoth, so of course we opt for Psychic, that knocks him out. We level up, and now we have Alakazam. Use try attack. The problem with Alakazam is he used to recover a lot, so it takes him a couple of tries to take him down, but eventually we get him down and we win the badge. The Blaine battle, and just in case you guys didn't know, I think I might have mentioned this in the Weedle playthrough, but Blaine's AI is horrible, but probably won't even get a chance to see it. But we use dig, he tries to go for takedown, he misses obviously. We're just going to dig our way through. We use dig as Ponyta, hit him. Rapidash is up next, use dig, knock him out, level up on the process. And then we use dig against Arcanine. It takes more than 1 hit. He misses with Fire Blast, which could have did some decent damage, but that was easy peasy. And with that being said, we can move on to the final gym. So we are at the final gym battle, Giovanni, and this is obviously going to be an easy one because we have 2 moves that can knock all of his Pokemon out. Ice Beam and of course dig for the ground. Well, not ground, but poison and rock types. We hit Nidoking Queen. I probably should have hit him with Ice Beam. Luckily we don't get paralyzed. Next up is Nidoking. Knock him out 1 hit, and then finally we have Rhydon, and that's a 1-hit KO. And with that being said, we're done, and we are at a pretty decent level for you know, getting ready to go to the Elite Four. I don't think we're gonna be able to beat the game, you know, level 50 or below with this, but you know, we're definitely still at a lot lower of a level than we were before. So you know, hey, cool beans. So now we have the final rival fight of the game. Well, not of the game, but, you know, before we get to the Elite Four. He brings out Pidgeot. We start off with an Ice Beam. He doesn't go down in 1 hit, surprisingly, but we make it through. Rhyhorn is next. He goes down in 1 hit. Execute is a 1-hit KO because of Ice Beam. Next we have Water Onyx. We use Ice Beam. It's not a 1-hit. Hydro Pump does actual decent damage. Decide to go for Psychic, and wow, for the first time in the game, we're actually struggling. And well, let's just see what happens. Try attack against Alakazam. It knows recover, so this is a problem, of course. But if we get him down enough, we could be good. He uses Side Beam, which really doesn't do anything. Now we just have to worry about Charizard. He uses Leer, and we win the fight. I'm actually excited. We finally had a challenge. I was really hoping that this just wouldn't be a 1-hit KO. I'm curious to see what's going to happen in the champion battle. But, you know, for now, we're going to keep going. 4 times. So we start off with Lorelei. She sends out Dugong. We start off with Psychic. It doesn't go down in 1 hit, and we use Growl. So guess what? Say it with me, as J. Rose would say. Badge Glitch Boost. So as long as we don't level up, the rest of our stats besides our attack should be amplified by, I think, 12.5%, something like that. Yeah, so use Psychic against Cloyster. That goes down in 1 hit with a critical hit. We have Slowbro next. We use Tri-Beam. He uses Water Gun, but that literally is doing nothing. And, of course, because he keeps using Growl, he keeps knocking our special attack down. Luckily, well, not special attack, but regular attack. And right now, he's really just stalling us, especially with the, you know, super potions. I decided to just go ahead and go for Psychic because that'll probably do a little more damage. Take him out after a while. Jinx is next. I decided to go for Dig. That knocks him out in 1 hit. And finally we have Lapras. Lapras uses Hydro Pump, gets us pretty close, and woo, wow. So for the first time in this challenge, we lost. Let's try this again. Alright, so again, Dugong. Psychic, it uses Growl. We knock it out. We level up to level 50, of course. Go ahead and use Psychic against Slowbro, and so far he's not using Growl, so I think we can take him out. And Slowbro is just a tank. You know, I think that's really the biggest problem with it, and that's why it's so hard to take down. But luckily, we finally get it down. We're at full health. I use Dig against Jinx. It doesn't go down to one hit this time. We go for Ice Beam. I don't know why I went for that. Then we go for Tri Attack. And right now it's just thrashing about, but we managed to beat it. Last but not least, we have Lapras. Psychic takes it to half health, and then we finally bring it down and we win the first battle. Glad it didn't take that many attempts. Up in between battle, because of course we are allowed to use items outside of battle. This should be easy one. I mispressed and used Tri Attack. Luckily he used Slam. Man, that was bad. That's what I get for clicking so fast. We use Psychic to knock out Hitmonchan. Next is Hitmonlee. Use Psychic to knock him out. Onyx, go ahead and go for Ice Beam. And last but not least is Machamp. Knock him out in one hit, and we get to move on to Agatha. We might have a problem. Ladies and gentlemen, I got to Agatha and I totally forgot, before I even started the Elite Four, to get my elixirs and my ethers. Oh my lord. I'm gonna be honest, y'all, we might be in some trouble. And because of where I saved it at, I'm literally gonna have to start over before we battle Lorelei. Man, that's gonna be rough. Well, let's see what we can use. I use Dig against Gengar, knock him out in one hit, so that's good. Next is Golbat. I try for my Tri Attack because I really want to save my Ice Beams for Lance. Just in case she uses a Super Potion, and she keeps using Super Potions, and that's mad annoying. We get confused. I decided to just go ahead for Ice Beam. Not that I wanted to do it, but I didn't really have much of a choice. We go for Dig against Haunter. Luckily, we're not getting hit by Confusion. We don't want to get paralyzed, because if we get paralyzed, we're screwed. And we make it through. Next up is Gengar. Use Dig against him. He almost goes down in one hit. We hit ourselves for Confusion, but we managed to get the win. I'm going to be honest. That was scary. I only have one Psychic, so I really didn't want to use it. And I'm going to just be honest. I don't know how we're going to make it through. If we can make it through everybody else as we are, boy, let me tell you, Mew is truly the real MVP, but I'm not so sure, y'all. So now we have Lance, and I got to come up with a good strategy to beat him, or otherwise I'm going to have to struggle my way through. I use Psychic on Gyarados. It doesn't hardly do much of anything. I can't use Dig against him because it's not going to be very effective. Hyper Beam takes out a pretty good amount of move. He's frozen solid, but the issue is we don't have any more power points. Oh man, like we are screwed beyond belief. There is no way that we're gonna get through this. And of course we lose and we go down. And the very frustrating part about all of this is we have to start completely over, all because I forgot to get my ethers and elixirs out of the PC. Man, this is an error that I hope I don't ever do again. It would have really been nice to beat the game with Mew at like a level 53, 54, 55. But you know what? That's an error on my part. You live and you learn. Oh, here we are at Lance again. And I grabbed one ether and one max ether. And I already used one ether, so we're still in a better position than we were last time, but golly, I don't know what I'm thinking about today. We get the special drop with Gyarados, so that's good. Dragonair comes out, so of course we go for Ice Beam. Second Dragonair comes out, go for Ice Beam again. Aerodactyl comes out, Ice Beam because it's 4 times weakness, and of course Dragonite, and knock him out easily. Man, this battle could have went so much better if I would have been prepared last time. But now we have the final rival fight, and I'm gonna be honest with y'all, I'm a little disappointed because I'm a lot higher of a level than I want it to be, but you know what, we're here. I'm not gonna complain. We are definitely at a lower level than we were the last time I did this run without putting it on YouTube, so hey, you know, it is what it is. Let's look at his stats before we go to the final fight. Stats are really good for a level 57 Pokemon. I mean, crazy. You know, obviously our speed is our strong suit, and really going through this battle, we're not going to be using much attack. It's going to be a lot based on speed and special, so let's go ahead and do this. Here we are, final rival fight, champion time. Let's see how well we do. Okay, so he starts off with Pidgeot. We hit him with an Ice Beam, almost knocks him out. He hits with an Ice Beam back, 2-hit KO. Alakazam is next. I decided to go for Dig. He uses Reflect. That's the worst thing. And we get a special drop. Oh my goodness. But luckily, we knock him out. We go for Rhydon, knock him out. Surprisingly, Ice Beam was not a 2-hit KO, but I think it's really because of that special drop. It's crazy how much of an effect that has on you after a while. Exeggutor uses Barrage. As long as we don't get put to sleep, we should be fine. But we continue with Ice Beam. Next, we have Gyarados. And Gyarados could be trouble, but we managed to... Ooh, never mind. Let me not speak too soon. We almost managed to get by. We level up. We'll use Ice Beam and we got beat. Let's try this again. I think we can do this. I don't think we had to start up. I don't think we had to level up. So just for the record, I had a really dumb moment again. I didn't save it after the Agatha fight, or should I say before the Agatha fight. So I had to start all over from Agatha. Oh my goodness, this is a mess. I'm just ready to get this run over with. Alright, so Pidgeot comes out again. Ice Beam, he goes for Wing Attack. Next, we have Alakazam. I decided to go for Tri-Attack instead this time. He uses Psychic, but we don't get the special drop, so that's good. Rhydon is next, and because we don't have no special drop, we can take him down to 1 hit. Exeggutor is next. It's going to take him a 2-hit KO, but it's all good. Next, we have Gyarados, so we have to be really careful. He gets a special drop, but Hyper Beam takes out a lot of damage, and he uses a full restore because otherwise we would have knocked him out easily. And finally, last but not least, we have Charizard, Fire Spin, and we win. Whew. Oh man. You know what? Even at level 59, that was surprisingly challenging. I'm kind of glad now that Mew was beyond level 50, because if he wasn't, yeah, that would have been an issue. But because of that, and you know what we just did, we win, and we have officially gone through an entire solo run challenge with using only a Mew for battle. This one was relatively easy. It got a bit challenging at the end, which is what I expected, but you know, it was a little more challenging this time because Mew was at level 59 as opposed to level 71 the first time I did it. But yeah, that's it. So I guess this is like my bonus challenge. In case you didn't watch the No Tank challenge, make sure you go ahead and check that one out. I still don't know what I'm going to be doing for my next challenge, and of course it's going to be Generation 2 based, but leave a comment below. I always take suggestions, and follow me on Instagram, A.C.T. Real MC. We're going to do a voting poll there as well. I hope you guys enjoyed the challenge. Make sure you subscribe if you haven't already done so, and until next time, see you later.